Hey, Miami sports fans. Stop by Caneswear today at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, Florida. And check out their awesome merchandise selection of your favorite South Florida sports teams. From the Miami Dolphins, Hurricanes, Heat, Marlins, Florida Panthers, and Inter Miami, they've got it all. Celebrate your favorite team and show off your fandom with their beautiful team starter jackets, killer-looking helmets, team jerseys, cool shirts, and more. And if you are out of town or out of state, no worries. Go to Caneswear.com and find everything they have on their site. Select what you want and they will ship your gear to you. Anything over $99 is shipped for free. Don't wait. Stop at Caneswear today.
It's back. The green train is running. Look, Bobby, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Fins Talk Today on the Fins Talk Sports Network. I'm Bobby Finstock, back in the flesh here on the Fins Talk Today show, and that is the one and only Fish Tank Hank. Hey, Stu, what's up, man?
It's been a great week. You know what? What's been so great about this week, Bobby? Let me tell you what's so great about this week, all right? We're going to face the Cowboys. Woohoo!
Yeah!
I can't wait. I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be in the thick of it. I just
what a
can't
game,
wait, Bobby.
What
I'm
a game.
So excited.
Yeah.
I think there are many ways we match up good against the Cowboys, and we'll get into that.
Yes, sir.
But I just, I'm very excited for this game with playoff potential and all this other stuff hanging on this game. It's going to be an exciting week. It's going to be an exciting week.
I am with you 100,000%. I mean, these next three games are huge, and it starts tomorrow. It's like, even though they're not playoff games, it's playoff feel,
Yeah.
And this matchup here, it's an NFC team. So could it be a Super Bowl preview? Maybe. Listen, the Cowboys, a lot of people always say the Cowboys are the Dolphins of the NFC, the Dolphins are the Cowboys of the AFC, because they're both equally great teams that, sometimes they falter a little bit here and there, but you know how good they are. I mean, what a game. 10-4 versus 10-4, MVP quarterback candidate, elite receiver in CeeDee Lamb, elite receivers in Tyreek and Jalen. What a game it's going to be, and I can't wait to break it down with you. And, of course, we got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. I'll have Josh Mabry, who does a podcast on another channel, but he's a Dallas Cowboys fan. He'll join me for pregame, so we're going to touch on that. So that's going to be a fun show. But, my goodness, what a game to go to tomorrow for you. Christmas Eve, Cowboys, Dolphins. It does not get bigger than that.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. My wife is psyched. Last year started, my wife was a fan of the Dolphins with me, but she didn't really, she wasn't really getting all those things that are involved with football. You know what I mean? She was just cheering because we were winning. Now, 2 years later, she's cheering because she knows what's going on.
That's right. Now she knows how it plays out. Now she's aware.
She knows. So, like, when we're in the stands and something bad happens, I know about it. I look at her and it's like, uh-oh.
But what a season, too, to go there. This is your second season in as a season ticket holder. You were there for the up and the down last season, starting 8-3 and then finishing 9-8. But now watching a 10-4 football team that, 10-4, and we're going to touch on the playoff clinching, what they have to do in order to clinch the playoffs this weekend, and what they could do to clinch the division. First off, Aladino's in the house. Courtney and Hammer Time, appreciate you all tuning in. Everyone who's watching, whether you're on X, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, we appreciate you all for watching. If you're on anything other than YouTube, do me a favor, hop on over and smash that like and subscribe button. Join us here on the Fins Talk Sports Network. Cap for life, what's up, sir? Fins up. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to all. All right, Fish Tank. My goodness, we got ourselves a show. We're going to touch on, I have it there on the outline, but what I want to do before we do the playoff clinching talk, I want to talk about 2, 3, 4 down the list here. Bradley Chubb. Yeah. My goodness, my man. Bradley Chubb, what he's been able to – don't tell me what to do. I'm sorry, Courtney. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Anyway.
Are you
Bradley
leaving
Chubb,
people out?
I am not. She just doesn't want me to tell her what to do. Don't go over and like and subscribe on YouTube. So I apologize. No. Courtney's a great – I don't know if you got the chance to see Courtney's new show on Dolphins Thursday YouTube. She was on Fins Talk Sports Network this week, but she has a new show, Fish Tank, called Dolls Fins Diaries on Dolphins Thursday. She had Miss Fins on there. She had Pam on there the other day for a ladies only episode. It was a lot of fun. So everyone who's watching right now, you can catch her. I think it was Monday night was the first episode. Then they did a Thursday night show. So we'll see what the official verdict is when her show will come on each week. But on Dolphins Thursday YouTube channel, if you're thirsty for Dolphins content, go there. Check out some great shows. And, of course, their website as well. Her new show's on there. She's an awesome person. We're excited about having her on here when she does pop in, but also excited to see what she does on Dolphins Thursday. All right. So, last season, mid-season, we traded for Bradley Chubb. Some people weren't so happy because giving up a first-round pick, the cap situation, we give him a big deal, and, they allowed it to, they didn't give him time really to grow into his role, grow into what he can do. He did help Jalen Phillips last season when he came in, but he didn't really have those high impactful numbers, Fish Tank. But you go into this year and holy moly, lemon squally. My goodness, sir, this dude has had himself a year, and he was great seeing him and Jalen Phillips together, kicking ass, doing what they do. But then, of course, Phillips goes down, and you go, man, this is going to put a lot more burden on his shoulders. He is actually, right now, 64 total tackles, 9.5 sacks, and a league-leading 6 forced fumbles with 2 fumble recoveries. No one has done that for Miami since Jason Taylor and Trace Armstrong. Hank, we're now about a season and a half in with Bradley Chubb. I've got to ask you, I know where I stand on this, but I've got to ask you, the money, the trade, the draft pick, was it worth it?
He looks like he took over at Phillips' spot and is doing just as good, or if not a better job than he was doing. So I'm happy with Chubb. Last game, my wife and I were discussing it before the game started, and I said, watch out for number 2 in this game. I said, this game, he's gonna show up big, and he did. He did. So he's getting it done. Now, am I happy with everything we gave up? No. Well, who's gonna be? You know what I mean? You don't want to give anything up for anybody. You always want all the great players at chicken feed prices, of course. But then, hello, Mary, he showed up and showed out. So I'm happy we have him. It was a great idea to have him on the team just in case someone else got hurt or something else happened. And sure enough, he's there, and he didn't shy away from anything. He stood right up and took the responsibility, and he's been making our team shine.
I will say, for me, I'm all to what we gave up for him, the first rounder, the money, etc. I'm fine with it because it's about winning. That's where I stand on. This because you and I together. I'm all about.
If we win, I'm happy.
That's what I say. I want to win that championship.
We agree on, Bob.
Yes, sir. Well, I want to win that. I know you don't like agreeing with me. That's what I want, and I've said that before. Rob and I have gone back and forth with it because obviously, you want to build a team for the future and have the draft picks, etc. But this is a win now football team, and it's about winning now. And you got to make those moves to bring those type of players in to win, to do that. Not just to win during the season. Oh, we're 10-4. Whoop de freaking do. No, you need to prove that in the playoffs. So when you watch last week against the Jets, which, yeah, we all know the Jets 5-9, they're not a good football team. They still have a number 5 defense, and our offense was 30-0 against them. Our defense held them to 0 points, and our offense scored 30 points. That was a good win. That was probably the first complete team win this season, in my opinion. Offense, defense, special teams. They did it all. It was amazing. Bradley Chubb, I mean, after what he did the week before against the Titans, and cost us that call, the stupid helmet throw, which I understand. He got pissed. Things happen, but it was a boneheaded move, and he knew it. But then to come back and to perform the way he did, the bounce-back game, and the monster performance that he put forth, plus salt and pepper with Christian Wilkins and Zach Sealer, those 3 individuals, I mean, with Melvin Ingram and whoever else, Andrew Van Ginkel, we know he's had himself a year. My goodness. Look, offense sells tickets. Defense wins championships. Okay? Miami right now, the first offense, the number 1 offense in the NFL, defense went from 9 to 5 after this week. Okay? So.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute.
Go for it.
You and I were talking at the beginning of the year.
Yes, sir.
And you were asking me about our offense and defense, and I was talking about their ranks.
Yes.
And I said, well, our offense definitely is in the top 5.
Yeah.
Well, now we're numero uno.
We are.
And then I said, our defense will at least move into the top 10. Now we're top 5.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard team to beat down the stretch. And I think the Miami Dolphins have a lot of teams concerned that are facing, everybody that has to face them, they're concerned. You can see it in their faces, especially on defense. As soon as we go to defense and things start shuffling around on the field for the running game, they just pack it in with the passing game and tear them up. And these people don't know what's going to hit them. They have no clue what's coming, Bobby. And like you said, Miami played its first complete game of the season last game. Guess what that means, Bobby? We're still trending up while everybody else is doing this. And we're going to go right on past, up and over everybody, and slam them. Are you ready for it, Bobby? That's the question. Are you ready for this success that our team is about to have?
I am. Well, that's my thing. I'm hearing, you hear a lot of people saying, I think I saw a graphic on Twitter. I don't know if it was Fox Sports. I'm pretty sure it was Fox Sports. But it was like, Miami over, against 500 teams and then again 9-1, I think it was, or something like that. And they're 0 whatever against 500 teams. Nobody cares about that noise. And I'm sure NFL teams don't care about that because they know what Miami is. And Miami is owed 1. They're going to get 1. Or hopefully 3 straight against Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo. Okay. And this game could be it. And you're absolutely right. Miami is trending up. And Miami, this game tomorrow, what sucks, a little bit for me is what sucks. Buffalo won last week against Dallas. Dallas has come back a little hungry. Philadelphia lost. So that gives Dallas the, what do you call that?
The lead. In the division.
No, like they're tied right now at the division, but it gives them the willpower to say, hey, now we got to go get it. We got to win this game. So it gives them a little more push behind the back. So I'm a little like, oh gosh, that could bite you. But Miami has to get the job done. There's no excuse. Dallas is a great.
We've been at this point. We've been at this point many times, Bobby, where we sit there and say they've got to do it. Got to do it.
It's true.
Got to do it. And you know what? They damn well better do it this time, Bobby. They need to do it for themselves. I don't care about the fans and everybody else. Screw that. Get out there and do it for yourselves, folks. Do it for yourselves, for the players. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Kill that noise. You do it one time. You do it one time. And again, because we don't, look, you and I both, since before the season, Baltimore has been one of those checkmark games where we're like, that's going to be tough. We know Baltimore is going to be a damn tough game. You and I, despite what happens this week, we know you and I have a long week trying to figure out how we're going to try to predict that freaking football game. Are we going to have the cojones to go one way or the other? It's going to be one of those games, because any other game you could go, oh, dude, that's a win, dude. We're fine. Or, oh, dude, that's going to be a loss. It's it. But then this one is the one where you go, the next game, they'll be like, oh, damn, which one are you going to have the cojones to go with, But they have to start this weekend. Tomorrow. They have to win tomorrow against the Cowboys. They have to start that. They got to get that off their backs. Do it for yourself. Shut people up like Colin Cowherd and Shannon Sharp and those guys. As respectful as I am to those guys or whatever, you got to shut them up. You're not going to shut them up until you do the job. You did it against the Jets. Whoop-de-doo. Do it against the Cowboys tomorrow on national TV when everyone's watching you. Because Stephen A. Smith, those guys, they're watching you. And now you don't have to care what they think, but you're going to shut them up when you do it. Yeah. Hammer Time. He says, Bobby, Hank, you made my Dolphin year a positive, well-informed, fun time. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy days. Joy, joy. Hammer Time, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. We appreciate you and everyone else watching. And just to follow up on what I said earlier about Courtney's show, Dolphins Diaries, she's gone ahead to put the time on here. It's on Monday nights on Dolphins Thursday YouTube channel at 7:30 Eastern time, guys. So hit the notifications bell on Dolphins Thursday so you could tune in and watch Courtney's show.
Let's talk about Cap because he's asking me something.
What's up, Cap? What's he got?
What does hedging mean?
Okay, let him know.
What does hedging mean? It means where you place your bet on both sides of the ball and you hedge your bets. In other words, instead of betting for this team, you bet on both teams that are playing. You hedged your bets so that you don't lose. You'll break even no matter what.
And I'll say, at least when hedging against predictions, Hank and I are not fans of that. You got to go this way. You can't, because Evan called me. He's like, Fish Tank would have let me hedge. I was trying to hedge my prediction. And I was like, okay, well, first off, I talked to Hank beforehand. I was like, don't let him do it. Because he said he was predicting a Jets win. I was like, don't let him change it because he'll change it. I had to let Hank know because Hank wasn't on that call or on that show. So, and he told me, he said, man, Hank did not let me do it. I was like, good. I told him, don't let you. You have to stick to your pick, homeboy. But look, there's no kidding. We were just talking about this. The Dolphins 10-4, number one offense, the fifth best defense in football. Cowboys 10-4, Ravens 11-3, Buffalo 8-6, but they are trending up right now. They got the Chargers tonight, who just fired everybody and their mother and lost Justin Herbert for the season. Miami has the toughest.
You did a five-player parlay.
Oh, what happened here? Go ahead.
With anytime touchdowns and last touchdowns. So, yeah, when you put in the last touchdowns and anytime touchdowns, that could be considered hedging your bet a little bit. But
I love the parlay. I like going, but I go with teams.
You might as well just say that you did a parlay and leave it at that, Cap. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah. I did for this week, I did a straight parlay of all the teams. I just threw $2, but of course it's 14 games or whatever it was. And, so it's highly unlikely going to win, but it's a huge win if you do. And I like doing parlays. I don't like doing the one-time thing and throwing everything at one game. But talking about this stretch for Miami Fish Tank, Buffalo, Baltimore, Dallas, toughest remaining schedule in the NFL. We've heard that before. The talk is over. It's like I said, even though it's not the playoffs, it's playoff football. It's time to put up or shut up. From a scale from 1 to 100%.
1 to
how
100.
confident are you? How confident are you the Dolphins can win the remaining 3 games? And if you had to rank them, well, first let's do that. And I'll ask the following question. How confident are you they could win out?
That's a tough road. I'm not going to lie.
It is.
I'm not going to lie. That's a tough road. The one I'm not sure about is the Baltimore game. That's the one where I can't really separate, because it's a road game and because Baltimore is doing so good themselves, that's the one that really worries me or concerns me. However, the ones that we need to win is either the Baltimore or the Bills game. the Cowboys game isn't as much of a detriment if we drop it.
True.
So what I'm hoping is Miami puts another complete game on the table when they face the Cowboy, all three of these teams. And if they do it starting with the Cowboys, my confidence level is going to go right up there. You know what I mean? Because the Dolphins have to show that they can beat winning teams. It is a fact. I mean, it's no longer rhetoric. It's a fact. They need to beat somebody that is up to their caliber of a team. And until they do that, I'm going to have some concerns, and my confidence isn't going to be as high as it should be. I think we'll get 2 out of the 3 games.
I'm with you. My confidence level, that's where my confidence level is. And I guess, the way I would say 75, 1 out of 100, 75, because I'll take for the Baltimore game is the one I'm really I can't say right now win or loss. I am like that's what
you don't know about it.
That's the game where I'm like, oh, dude, that's gonna be hard.
See what they do against the Cowboys.
Exactly. So, and so let's do. So from 1 to 3, 1 being the toughest, 2 being the most likely. No, excuse me, 2 being the what is 2? Somewhat tough, and 3 being we could take them. Okay. I would say Baltimore is the toughest one. That's number 1. That's the toughest out of the next 3 games. That's the one you and I are, yikes. That one is the one we're worried about.
That's the toughest, but I also say that the Dallas Cowboys should be the easiest.
Yeah? Okay, so for me, and that's,
you think that the Bills are going to be easier than the Dallas Cowboys?
No. My rankings are Baltimore number 1, Buffalo 2, somewhat tough, and then Dallas, we could take them. I believe, even though, and Dallas is no slouch, I'm not saying that, and I don't think you're saying that. We know how great that team could be and how great it is at 10-4. Dak Prescott is playing amazing football right now at quarterback for Dallas, 100%.
You know what it is, Bobby?
And Micah Parsons is no joke.
It's the same for the Dallas Cowboys as it is for the Miami Dolphins.
Which
team is going to show up?
That's the point. Even
that's it with the Dolphins and the Cowboys. Which freaking team is going to show up?
Listen,
and if our team shows up, we're winning.
Listen, Josh Mabry, who will be on with me tomorrow for pregame, I work with him, okay? And he does podcasting and shows. He wanted to come on. He was very excited. I'm excited to have him. But he told me, he goes, dude, it's like that Spider-Man meme, and maybe you will get it, maybe you won't, but Forever does know what I'm talking about. The Spider-Man meme where they have the 2 Spider-Mans that look exactly the same pointing at each other.
Yeah.
Dolphins and the Cowboys, it's the same thing. They have to show up. Sometimes these are teams that you're too good to have the losses that you had. You're too damn good. And so tomorrow, it's going to be which team's going to show up, and whoever wins is going to get that glory, because you don't have to have that on your back no more about we lose to good football teams. You beat the Cowboys, Miami, no matter, and yes, Baltimore's the more important win in regards of seeding and everything else.
We beat the Cowboys. They're not going to be able to stop talking about the Miami Dolphins, because the Miami Dolphins are going to be serious threat for the 1 seed if they win tomorrow.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and look at some of the scenarios here, Fish Tank. And first off,
sir.
Ralphie Boy in the house. Ralph says,
Ralphie?
And he says basically what I just brought up earlier, Fish Tank, what we were talking about. Our playoffs start now. We will see what we're really made of and what we're made of. I truly believe that we will turn the corner. It's go time. Let's go. Showtime. Absolutely. Fins up. No more bashing this team. It's time to support them now more than ever. Now that we know they're listening to us, they need to know they're not alone with all the injuries. There you go, Cap. No stupid flags, gentlemen. And the freaking refs better show up. Hammer time. B. McD. Get ready for Tua slander if we don't win. That's going to happen no matter win, lose, or draw. There's some people who are just wanting to do that. To me, let the season play out. As a fan watching a game, things happen. You can go, what the hell was that? But if you put the entire season on the table, and you've seen the growth, and you've seen the consistent play and the consistency and what he's been able to do with his receivers and with his team, and the growth from him as not just as a player, but on the microphone. You watch Hard Knocks. How could you not like or love this guy? How can you not support him? As a fan, you have every right to call it out during games and go, dude, that was a dumb throw, or things happen. But also, like, when you look at the whole on the plate, especially this season, and you've seen what he's done, there shouldn't be any real slander. It's different during the game. It was a bad throw. I didn't like what he's doing there.
What am I missing?
Now at the end of the season, you want to sit back and evaluate. Okay. Ender, happy holidays, man. Thank you for tuning in. Back It Up Bench Podcast. Appreciate you. Just win, baby. Wait, that's the Raiders. I footnoted that.
I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate.
Absolutely.
Enjoy yourself and celebrate it to its utmost, because I'm a Christmas guy. And I'm going to celebrate Christmas like crazy, driving home after my win.
There you go, brother. So, clinching scenarios. Dolphins are 10-4, defeated the Jets 30-0 in dominating fashion. Again, I thought the most complete game played by the Dolphins this season. And I understand Jets suck. They do. Win, lose, or draw. I don't care what their record is. They suck anyway. But they suck this year for sure. But that was a dominant football game that every Dolphin fan should be very happy about. That win has set Miami up to either clinch the playoffs and possibly the AFC East. If the following scenarios play out. Dolphins play tomorrow against Dallas at 4:25 Eastern time. They could clinch the division, AFC East division, if they win or tie and plus a Buffalo loss. Now, could it happen? Absolutely, it could happen. Upsets happen all the time. But the Buffalo Bills are going to play the Chargers today at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Peacock. Chargers are 5-9. They fired Brandon Staley. They fired the general manager. Justin Herbert is out for the season. Right now, the Buffalo Bills are right now, which is why Miami has to win. Win. Buffalo has the 4th best offense, the 11th best defense. They're averaging 27 points a game compared to the Chargers, 22 points a game. So, of course, that number is going to go down because of the Herbert's out and everything that's happened. So, Fish Tank.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Miami, we know where it is a trap game. I understand that in regards of it could happen with Buffalo. Absolutely. And we hope it could, as long as Miami gets their job done. But how likely do you think it is, Fish Tank, that Buffalo could drop to the Chargers?
I actually think it's a 50-50 shot, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I know that the Chargers have a lot going on, but I always remember one thing. This is the NFL, bro.
100%.
These are all top prime choice beef guys. You know what I mean? They are the elite alpha males that are stepping on that field. I don't give a crap which team they're on. Any given Sunday is always a factor with me. And the fact that the Bills are going to the West Coast, that gives them a little bit of an edge to begin with. They've had, enough time to adjust to Herbert being out also, adjust their play schemes and et cetera to compensate as much as they can anyway. And like you just said, I mean, Chargers are scoring 22 points and Buffalo's only scoring 24, you said?
24? Buffalo is currently at 27 points. 27 points, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah. And the Chargers are at 22. So a difference of 5 points. That's not a big difference, in my opinion. That's not a huge gap between the two. You're talking the Chargers could get a turnover and they're 7 points their way, for example. I honestly think it's a coin toss for that game. I'm going to be watching it. That's how close I think
everybody should be. Every Dolphin fan should be watching it, because if the Chargers could pull this off tonight and Miami wins their game tomorrow, the Dolphins not only clinch the playoffs, they clinch the AFC East. And my goodness, what a road it's been. Of course, the job's not done. We know that. They have to finish it out. But
even if Buffalo loses, we got the division clinched.
Well, if Miami wins and Buffalo loses or ties, Dolphins clinch. If Miami ties and Buffalo lose, they clinch. But Dolphins have to either win or tie tomorrow. They can't lose tomorrow. Because then you stay right near Buffalo, where Buffalo could still have 2 games up on 2 sides.
Buffalo can't get to 10 games if they lose tomorrow.
So Buffalo right now.
Buffalo can't catch us if they lose tomorrow, is what I'm saying. Buffalo
is, what is it, 8-6?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they win out, they become 10-7. They could get to 10-7.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're gonna win 1 game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we're gonna win one of the 3. And I think
once you win one, you're good. Once you win one, you're good.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. I just think we're gonna win 1, and I don't think Buffalo's gonna be able to catch up to us.
What's wrong with this thing? And of course, Miami clinches a playoff berth. Just win, baby. As Back It Up Bench podcast says, I know it's the Raiders. That's a Raiders saying. But no, all they have to do is if they win, they're in. They put
themselves in the driver's seat right now.
Yep.
They're in the driver's seat to be the number 1 seed. They have to win. Period.
And the number 1 seed, and again, the number 1 seed is not impossible. I know people are saying, Miami lost, Baltimore,
What's impossible? They got to win 3 games.
Listen, Miami could tie tomorrow, which we hope they don't, but if Miami ties and Jacksonville loses, Miami's in. Miami's tied, Indianapolis and Houston lose, they're in, and so forth. But either way, Miami, all they have to do is win. That's the only important thing. In regards of the number 1 seed, look at these, okay? Miami has a huge game tomorrow against Dallas. Win and you're in. To help you in that number 1 seed, they ended that last game on the week, Fish Tank, Baltimore at San Francisco.
Oh, holy shit. I'm going to be watching that one too.
That's that's a major game right there. And if that we're going to be rooting for the Shanahan team up there and Cal, and hopefully they can take on Baltimore. Because then week 17, Miami could probably secure that number 1 seed.
You do remember at the beginning of this year who I picked to go to the Super Bowl, don't you?
Go ahead.
49ers and the Dolphins.
Yeah. 49ers and the Dolphins.
That's right. And look where the Niners are. Now we just need our team to win out.
That's it. So, Fish Tank, let's see here. All right. So the Dolphins are favored tomorrow by a hair. 1.5 point favorite. Okay.
1.5 points.
1.5 point. All right, Fish Tank. Your 3 keys to secure a Miami Dolphins victory.
Key 1. Got to win the turnover battle tomorrow. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We cannot have more giveaways than takeaways tomorrow. We've got to win that battle if we're going to win against another 10-14. Second key to victory is we have got to shut down Dak Prescott. Pressure him. Make him throw the deep ball. Make him do it. And our secondary is second to who, I don't know, but they should be able to pull this off. So that's my second key. My third key is Miami has got to play a complete game on all 3 phases. Special teams, offense, and defense. The Dolphins just have got to go in and play complete. They can't be slacking off and letting them run crazy on them on the defense. They can't let the offense just sit there and sputter all day long. We've got to play a complete game like we just played against the Jets. Those are my 3 keys.
Love it. And I can't disagree or push back on any of those, but I will say, so my 3 keys are this. Run the ball. The Cowboys are the 6th ranked defense in the NFL in total defense and have one of the best secondaries as well. But they're ranked 19th in stopping the run. And there are 4 losses this season: Arizona, Philly, San Francisco, and Buffalo. Those teams stuck to the game plan of running down their throats the entire game with winning results. The Cardinals the Cardinals, led by James Conner, their running back, rushed for 222 yards and 2 touchdowns, total rushing. The Niners, as a team, rushed for 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. Philly chipped away at the Dallas defense with 3.3 yards per carry. And Buffalo, led by James Cook, finished as a team with 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Dolphins have the 4th best rushing offense in the NFL, led by, of course, Raheem Mostert, the record holder now, who's having an unbelievable season.
Yeah.
20 total touchdowns, 18 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving. The Dolphins average 140 yards a game. They should be all about the run tomorrow. Number 2, protect Uno and contain Micah Parsons. All right. One of the best defenders in football, has 12.5 sacks. The Dolphins come into this game with a banged-up offensive line. They need to find the will and put their best foot forward. Protect the quarterback and give him time to find his open man. Try to keep his jersey clean. And number 3, defensive dominance. They held the worst offense in football to 0 points. Now they face the 6th best offense in the NFL, averaging 32 points a game in the past 5 games. That's Dallas. Salt and pepper, Christian Wilkins and Zach Sealer, if some don't know, need to stuff the run. And Bradley Chubb with Agba need to be in Dak Prescott's face all day. Rattle him. Our secondary with Ramsey, Howard, and company need to contain CeeDee Lamb and force Prescott to go elsewhere, come away with turnovers. Those are my 3 keys, Fish Tank.
I like them.
There you go.
I like them.
All right.
You know, every time somebody says salt and pepper, my mind goes back to my youth. Because we had 2 cops in our neighborhood. They were salt and pepper. They were one black and one white. And what they used to do is they would pick you up once you did something wrong. They'd pick you up, take you to the dirt road, kick your ass, and then they'd take you to the police station.
Oh, nice.
So you never wanted to get picked up by salt and pepper. So
there you go.
My point is, they would throw you a beating before they took you in. However, we have our own salt and pepper of Sealer and Christian Wilkins, and I think they're going to throw a beating tomorrow.
There you go.
That number 3 ranked offensive line.
Damn. All right, Fish Tank. Here it is. Your official prediction and final game score. What is it?
It's going to be 31-24, the Miami Dolphins.
31-24 Dolphins. Love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what it's going to be.
34-28 Dolphins.
Ooh, you're going high, huh? All right.
34-28 Miami. That is my final game prediction. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think defense will have some plays, but the Dolphins, I think, pull it off here. They're going to have to 34-28. So you and I are about 4 points off on both ends.
We've been pretty close this year. You know
we
that?
have actually. And that's a first for us. This season has been fun. Hammer Time has it 34-17. There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
What else you guys got out there? What you got?
Did Evan give a prediction or no?
No, Evan didn't give a prediction.
Okay. I'm still wondering if he's going to be on the show tomorrow or not.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Oh, he had some family time that he said he had to figure out first. So I said, well, you let me know. Yeah, I said, let me know. But if he didn't give a prediction, he might be he might be coming on tomorrow. So, but I'll follow up. But anywho, anyway, it's going to be a good time. When are you driving down, Fish Tank? You driving down today?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning, I'm leaving around 8 o'clock, and we're going to zoom down there and be ready to tailgate. Check into our hotel early, hopefully. Try to use my VIP status there, see if it works.
For sure. Let's see. Cap has 27-20 Miami. Aladino has it 33-22. I like it. All right. Different.
Hey, those are all close to what I said.
Yeah. Look at that.
We're all thinking this game's going to be about the same. You know, to be honest with you, Bobby, there is something that can happen in this game that I talked about when I was with Evan. And I truly believe this could be a high-playing defensive game on both sides, or it could be a high-playing offense on both sides of the ball. I could see this game being like one of those somebody got 7 points or 3 points at the half, and then the rest of the game they have to fill in the points. You know what I mean? I just think that this game could go one way or the other, with a complete blow up of points with them battling it out, or it could be a defensive move. And I couldn't decide between the two. So I kind of went in the middle and I hedged my bet.
Yeah.
And I went in the middle and put it at 31 because I was going to go 40-something. And then I said, no, I'm not sure that Miami's going to be that explosive. And I just think this is going to be a great game, but I also think it's going to be a great win for the Miami Dolphins.
I do as well. And I'm with you. Looking at, because both teams are obviously great, and you can't ignore what Dallas can do offensively. Again, or defensively, their secondary, their offense. Miami's have to score a lot of points. And we know how Miami has done against top 10 defenses, even though they showed up against the Jets. So when at those 34 points, I'm assuming, well, I want to say in my head, I think Zach Siller gets another touchdown. I think this will be a defensive touchdown. Is going to get at least one defensive touchdown tomorrow.
Hey, you wouldn't make me cry at all.
I wouldn't
Just
either.
enjoy.
I mean, he almost had another one last week. So hey,
I loved it.
I don't mind. Whatever way you can get a touchdown, you go get that touchdown. Just win, baby. That's it. That's all we're going to say. Just win, baby. We'll take Al Davis's line. We don't care. But until then, Fish Tank, any final thoughts, sir?
No, I just want to wish everybody happy holidays. I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm excited about Christmas. My wife and I are going to roll down there tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll run into a bunch of people that are also down there to celebrate the holidays with us.
There you go. Guys, we thank you. We appreciate you. Thanks all for tuning in. Until next time, again, tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern time, we'll have the Miami Dolphins pregame show here. I'll be joined by Josh Mabry. Hopefully, Finn Stanza will be with me. And Fish Tank will be at the game. He'll be having a blast. And then you come back tomorrow night for the post-game show, and we'll be celebrating a win. Until then, like, subscribe, and most importantly,
Fins up.
Fins up.